Emilie Sagee had an enviable reputation as a schoolteacher. She was dedicated, adored by her students, and incredibly diligent. But over the course of her teaching career, a bizarre pattern emerged. In just 16 years on the job, Emilie had over 19 different teaching positions in countless schools across France. People were becoming suspicious. How could such a sincere and hard-working teacher be turned away from so many schools? But when the 32-year-old began her 19th teaching role at elite boarding school pensionat Bonne Nouvelle in 1846, it soon became clear, there was a very good reason why Emilie couldn't retain her teaching roles. While teaching at pensionat Bonne Nouvelle, a number of teachers and students began complaining about seeing Emilie's twin in the classroom. The twin was often seen imitating Emilie's actions and even sitting silently beside her. On another occasion, when Emilie was helping to fix a student's dress before a show, her twin appeared and started helping alongside Emilie. The girl was left scared and disturbed. But perhaps most bizarrely, Emilie had no idea about her doppelganger's existence. In fact, she never came across her so-called twin. The story of Emilie Sagee was first told by Robert Dallowen in his 1860 book, Footfalls on the Boundary of Another World. In the book, Dallowen writes that he heard about Emilie's story from Julie von Guldenstub, daughter of Baron von Guldenstub, who attended pensionat Bonne Nouvelle. According to Dallowen, Emilie was completely oblivious to her doppelganger. One time while Emilie was teaching a class and writing on the blackboard, her twin appeared out of nowhere, stood next to her and started mocking her action of writing on the board without holding a piece of chalk. There were times when Emilie was seen eating during the lunchtime with her twin sitting beside her mimicking her action of eating. However, witnesses claimed that she often appeared strangely groggy and lethargic when her twin appeared, as if she may have had some sort of control over it. On the many occasions that Emilie's twin was spotted at pensionat Bonne Nouvelle, she appeared in the classroom, leading many to believe that the doppelganger was simply a hallucination. But after some time, the doppelganger seemed to stray further from Emilie. On one occasion, Emilie was teaching a class of 42 girls when she stepped outside to pick some flowers from the garden. While she was away from the classroom, the students were left intently working on their sewing. From the window, they could see Emilie in the garden. But just moments after she left the room, Emilie's twin appeared in the teacher's chair. Students thought nothing of it until one gasped and pointed out the window where Emilie was still working diligently in the garden. Two of the students stood and approached the doppelganger and, being quite brave, reached out and touched it. They said it looked just like Emilie Sagee in all aspects except when they ran their hands through the entity. They said it felt empty, like the stuff cobwebs are made of. When Emilie was asked about the incident, she was confused. While she didn't see the doppelganger, she recalled having an urge to go inside the classroom to supervise the children while she was picking flowers. Eventually, Emilie was reportedly let go from her role at pensionat Bonne Nouvelle as parents were threatening to take their daughters out of the school. According to reports, nothing was heard about Emilie Sagee and her bizarre twin again.